Hello and welcome to the Section 6.2 lecture today for Algebra 1 Part 1. Today we're going to be talking about different data displays and we're going to try to create data displays. So we've got a couple different displays that we're going to make and then we're going to make an entirely different one tomorrow. So there's a big combination of different data displays that I like to use based on the given information. So excuse me. Okay. A couple that we're going to focus on today are a dot plot, which sometimes is also considered or called a line plot, a stem and leaf plot, and a histogram. So a dot plot is, I'm going to say, similar to a bar graph, and I'm sure most people have encountered a bar graph before. It's just a little bit different. I shouldn't say that it's any different than a bar graph, but bar graphs in general kind of group together a couple different styles. The main thing I want to say about this one is that there is a dot for every point, for every data entry. Okay, and as an example, a dot plot is placed on a number line, and we just put dots stacking up for every occurrence of each number. Maybe we've got a little gap and a few more. I don't want to make these difficult examples, but that would be an example of a dot plot, and we're going to try to make one of those today. Stem and leaf plot, you've probably dealt with these before. They will break down a number or break down the values of the data. By a leading value. So in that regard, our stems are usually like our tens unit. Our stems are usually like our tens unit, and then our leaves are usually our unit. So if we had, usually just see it like this, where we got stem and leaf. And if you've got 1, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2, 2, 2, 5. So that would mean that our data set would look like 13, 14, 15, 22, 22, 25. So you've got kind of that breakdown of what goes in front and behind. What is considered to be the stem and what is considered to be the leaf. And it will depend on, usually there's some kind of a legend that goes along with stem and leaf plots if there needs to be. And then lastly, a histogram is another type of, it's another type of bar chart that we've dealt with before, but values are grouped. Okay, so the difference for a histogram is you might get something like 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, and you might get bars for those, or you're going to have bars for those. But it's that idea of grouped values versus like a dot plot just having, individual numbers along the bottom. So let's go ahead and look at some examples of these. We'll use this same set of data to figure this out. So let's go ahead and give ourselves some decent kind of a number line here. Okay. And we are going to have to kind of know what our data looks like a little bit. So I'm actually going to do, and this might seem not necessarily backwards, but kind of odd. I'm going to do the stem and leaf plot first, just so I kind of get an order to my numbers. Okay. And it is important to decide what your stem counts for. My stem's going to be the tens digit because all these numbers are really between 0 and 20. So for 0 stems, I've got 1, 2, 3, it looks like. 1, 2, 3 fives. 5, 5, 5. And it looks like 3 sixes, no, 4 sixes. Yeah, 4 sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I see a 7 there. Oh, and an 8. Okay. For my tens, this looks like the other half of the numbers, I guess. For the teens, I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. I missed one. I do have a 12. I even have a 10. Gosh, struggling here. So I've got a 10. I've got a 12. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 13s. 13, 13, 13, 13. I've got 1 14. And then 15, 15, 15, 15. So 4 of those. And then it looks like 2 19s. Okay. So that just kind of gets me some kind of a scale going. I obviously need the numbers on my dot plot. I need 5 through 19. So we can just go ahead and start counting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I guess 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We'll go to 20. I guess 20 is over 1, isn't it? Oops. That is not going to work. Okay. We've got a big enough scale here. I'm just going to put dots at the numbers that they don't have to be anything big. But I have 3 5s. I have 4 6s. So you can see that it's kind of that bar chart mentality. 1 7 and 1 8. That's 9 10. I have one of those. I have an 11 12. I had 4 13s. 1 2 3 4. I had a 14. I had 4 15s. And then I had 2 19s. Okay, so that gives me a dot plot. And like I said, similar to a bar graph, just a little different in the visualization and then kind of unifying the idea that it's got a point, or it's got a column, a bar, if you will, for every value that we see. Histogram wise, maybe we go like 5 to 10, or let's say 5 to 9, 5 to 9, and 10 to 14, and 15 to 20. That's what we'll do. So with the histogram, you got to figure out your own breakdown. We're going to go 5 through 9, and then 10 through 14, and then 15 through 19. and that'll give us everything we need. Then we got to count up, right? 5 through 9, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And another thing with a histogram is a lot of times you may have a vertical axis. I don't have that, but a lot of times you'll see the value on top of the bars. That kind of helps out figuring out where it is. For 10 to 15 or 10 to 14, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 7 of those. That column got a little wide. And then I only have 2 from 15 to 19. So I'll say 2 is right there. All right, so that is a dot plot or a line plot, a stem and leaf plot, and a histogram. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at some other things that we can do. So not only can we make these, but we can also deduce information from these. Okay, and sometimes that's easy, sometimes not so much. Okay, yeah, that ends up being more of a dot plot. That's okay. So we want to find the mean, median, and mode out of each one of these data displays. So we want to be able to read data displays. Pretty clearly, the mode of the shoe size is going to be 10, right? That one is the most repeated value. For the mean and the median, there's a little bit of work we have to do, okay? For the median, I'll do that one next because it's just kind of a counting off. I have to work my way from the outside in, right? So I'm going to work there and there. That's going to cancel with that. 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 Let's go let that one cancel with that one. And that one cancel with that one. So, looks like a median is right there at 9. So again, I always work from the outside in. And on this, you can either rewrite all the values and figure it out that way if you feel more comfortable that way. Or you can... just work from, I would actually, I guess, more think about working top down and bottom up over here. It's a little bit different, but it would relate more to the other ones. And then mean, there's really no nice way to say it. You're going to have to do the calculation. So we got to go 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus, I think that's 7 tens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so then total wise, that's 7, 10, 13, 14, 15. And so our mean, our algebraic mean is 8.9. So all 3 measures of center were pretty close to each other. All right, next one. Golden Olympic medals one. Looking for mode first. What's the most repeated value? I realize I'm working bottom up, but trying to go with simplicity. Most repeated value, I would say there's 2 modes. 4 and 10. Right? 0, 4, 0, 4, 1, 0, 1, 0. And that's about it. For the median, I'm going to work from the 2 outsides in. So 4 and 8, 4 and 5, 5 and 4, 6 and 8, 7 and 0. No, I think I just messed that part up. Really think I did. All right, let's go 4 and 8, 4 and 5, 5 and 4. 6 and 0. Nope, messed that one up. Sorry. 6 and 8. 7 and 0. I messed that up, didn't I? Yeah, that's the one I keep messing up. How about that 7 with that other 7? There we go. 0 and 3, 0 and 2. So this is my median. I'm going to end up erasing all that. Probably should have underlined them. So that's my median at 11. And then again for the mean, no good way other than grab a calculator and start working your way through it. 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 10 plus 1. Don't make that mistake. 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 10 plus 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 34, 35, and 38. And then how many are there? There's 5. That looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're going to take that and divide it by 15. So our average is 14.9. Our mean, 14.9. I would say a bigger range of values in those ones, in the mean median mode of that problem. All right, looking at the last one we have, we're looking at age at first job, and like I said, this is more of a dot plot than a histogram. Same concept, but I would almost say that in order to make this a good histogram, you'd probably switch age and person, but that's okay. Maybe we want to look at it more directly. Let's try the mean first. And I will say, I guess I'll back up a little bit and say that it's you're going to get more histograms that look like this because it's really hard to find the median if they're just grouped up, right? If they're grouped into those ranges, you'd be able to tell. You'd be able to tell about how big the median is, but not exactly what it is. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Looks like the first one is 13, 18, 11, 11, 17, 17, 21, 17, 13, 13, 12, 19, 14, 14. And there are 14 people. Made that part easy. And so my average is 15. Okay. Median, we do need to order these, and they're not ordered. So that might be something to look at. I guess really quick, I'm just going to look for a mode. It's probably 17 because I've got 3 of those. I don't think I have 3 of anything else. Oh, I got 3 13s. So 13 and 17. I guess I could have found that out after listing them. I had 2 11s. So those ones are done. I have 1 12. 1, 2, 3 13s. A couple 14s. Any 15s? Wow, that's odd. No 15s. I think my next biggest one, just checking here, got all those, are my 17s. There were 3 of those. So 1, 2, 3 of those. 18, 19, 21. 18, 19, 21. So for median, count our way in. 11, 21, 11, 19, 12, 18, 13, 17, 13, 17, 13, 17, And it's in between these two 14s, which 14 plus 14 divided by 2 is going to be 14. So we're good to go with 14 there. All right. I just hit the mark of where I wanted to stop. Sorry about that, but make sure you get these notes down. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and we will see you in class.